because we have sensors on the sprayer, it will spray where we haven't been yet. All right. So this tiny field won't take long. And hard over. I will probably turn on GPS for all the other fields. But what's going on at the moment? Every other tractor is moving, so we're all good for now. Okay, so job one done. Next field. Oh, you know what? If you don't turn the crop sensors on, the tractor doesn't go very fast. I should be able, if I do the very top field, I should be able to do all 3 sugar beet fields on the way back down. And then this oat field, don't know that he's, he might be on a headland now. But I should be able to finish 1 field. I think he takes longer than I do. Yes, we'll find out if he catches me. Oh no, he's got 2 headlands to do. If I look here and here, this field is almost out of weeds. So that's all good. To be, well, okay, so the weeding dude is done. That's unfortunate. I think I should be able to get around this though. This is my northernmost field. So I'll undo that. Alt B. Undo that. And go find. Oh, there you are. You turn the engine on. You are done with the weeding here. Well, I guess I got tram lines here, although I didn't set them specifically. Okay. Go. All right. That's done, that's done. Turn that on. And off we go. Now, these fields are potentially up and down and done. So it will not take me long to complete these. I have drunk my tea. So what I'm thinking is once I've done this field and the dude in the weeder has done the field he's currently on, I'm just going to work my way south. I'm going to leapfrog him up to this field. So he's always working behind me from now onwards. And I should be able to stay ahead of his game. Ugh. Okay, we're still staying within the field boundary with the arms. So it does look like That's interesting. I think there's a thing. No, maybe not. I thought there was a thing that allowed me to turn off, narrow off the spray. I guess if I've got the sensors on the booms, then they just spray where they need to spray. I don't have to worry too much about making the spray width narrower. Alright, let's turn that off and fold it up. I'll have to wait a minute before I can go over the bridge. Not going to bother with folding up the crop sensor on the front. That will be not needed. Because we're like here, now I can unfold the thing. So, still planting sorghum. Still doing things. Some things at 10%. Oh, diesel. Okay. My planting tractor is a little bit short on diesel. Not a big deal. I am probably... I don't know if I need to go shopping again in April. I mean, I've got... For now, I have got the entirety of April to plant all my other fields. So the spraying won't take long, the weed killing won't take long. And then once we've done those jobs, I've got the two smaller tractors can take up and do anything that's available out there, which is fine. So the fields that have tram, I've got to turn the tram lines off sometime. I think. Maybe. Sort of. Kinda. It's a loss of crop that the way I do farming I don't need to entertain. Now we are chewing through this liquid fertilizer. Sugar beets do need a lot of nitrogen, that's the problem. So we are making a good dent into our fertilizer supply here. It's one of the reasons why I bought one of the bigger sprayers is because, I mean, even only a couple of fields here and we are chewing through this. The good thing, with precision farming, you only have to fertilize once, unless you do a manual spread, and that's when the cows and horses come in with the manure and the slurry. I can come out here early spring before it's planting time, and I can inject slurry or spread manure over the field at a low rate. Usually try and push the fertilizer up to about 100, 120 litres per hectare. And then if I'm at 120, I just need to add another 20, 30 with the spray after the crop's planted and germinated. So it cuts down the amount of store-bought fertilizer that I need to get my crops well fertilized. But that costs more money because I need the spreader or the sprayer, or the distributor, slurry spreader, manure thrower, whatever they're called. It's probably a manure spreader too. But if I get the the BGA. I can ship those over there. I can get paid for that, or I can create produce that I can get paid for, like electricity and methane, and I get digestate, which I can then load into a slurry tank and throw all over the fields to mitigate the cost of what we're doing here. It's all good. Okay, everybody is still moving. Who's doing 3 miles an hour? That would be the weed control guy. Is doing a thing. And we are, once again, field done. Fold that up. Go over the next bridge. So, close to perfect. Fertilization on 2 fields. We did the one at the far end, so this is the next one. Unfold. And round we go again. Okay, this field wider than the spreader now, so yeah, I could have bought the John Deere sprayer and just made the farm even more John Deere-ish. I think there was either this was on sale. I thought, yay, it's time to buy this. Or vehicles, Amazon Super. It's 18 months, 5 hours. I might have bought that new. There's something came up in the sale. Oh, wait, look at that. 15% off. That's just not awesome. If we go for sprayers, carb control sprayers. It's up here. Category sprayers. There's the John Deere Power Spray, which is 36 meters, and we're using the Amazon, which is 30 to 40 meters, but it 5,200 tank. This has, well, that's 7,500, but it's way more expensive. And at the time, I couldn't really afford that amount, which is why we got the Amazon. I could switch it for the John Deere now. Now that we are where we are with money. And that's the crazy thing about this map. Normally I pay European English maps, so your harvest income is usually 200,000-ish a year, and we've already hit 600,000 for this year, plus the animals, wool, sheep, wool and sheep, milk, goat milk and cow milk, and cows. We've sold cows, and eggs and chickens. Selling all of those things. We're probably close to $1 million a year just on the stuff that the farm produces. Then there's the contracts, some of which are paying $120,000, $180,000 per contract. So, there is a huge income every year. Now, okay, the fields are $700,000 for a new field, but that $700,000 for a new field is going to translate into it's paid back in 2 years. Or I can afford to buy more in 6 months because all the work I'm doing everywhere else. So I am not used to this level of income in Farming Simulator. As I said, normally I'll get 200,000 a year and it'll be, yeah, it's close enough. I might be able to replace my tractor, I might be able to buy a new field or two, but the fields are smaller, so buying a field or two isn't a significant drain on the income. Here, I couldn't hope to buy a field on European income. Anyway, we're nearly done here. Somebody is done. Probably that guy over there in front of us. So I think what I might do, how's the seed doing? We're still at, yeah, 77% seed. So we're not laying that seed into the ground too quickly, which is good. I'm just not sure the seed's going to stretch to all of the fields that we have to plant. No, actually, I can't see. I thought he was sat there, but that's just the tram lines. Okay, no worries. I want to spray that field next, so we'll finish spraying this field. We'll drive over there and find him. And then we'll move him up to the northernmost field and get him dealing with the weeds again. Okay. Anyway, because I'm doing all of these consecutively now, I don't have to fold in the sensors and turn them off. I could do. Anyway. And the real world time, 11:36. Actually, it's quite late. It's quite a bit later than I expected it to be. Let's put it that way. Still got 58%. So, as I've said, these are the smaller fields. The soybeans don't need spray. It's just the wheat, the corn is going to take a boatload, and I think probably the sorghum is going to take quite a significant amount. We've nearly done all the sugar beets, so that's a good thing. Yeah, you can see our speed limit. If I turn that off, we go faster. Unfortunately, I don't have to select it because it's a completely separate button. Sale, a thing. Okay. Turn that back on again, and we need you. I'm going to fold that up. Oh, okay. I'm going to start the engine and fold that up because you got a ways to drive. All right. Ooh, bouncy, bouncy. Oh, an agromaz thing. That, I think, was a planter. Oh no, it's a plough. Why? Don't want one of those. Don't need them. Oh, excuse me. I think one year I forgot to do this and ended up with weeds in one of my fields, which isn't ideal. And spraying weeds is just, it's not efficient because it does damage the crop, so it messes with your yield. but it does get you a better environmental score. It's a trade-off. So I am going to do hoeing the weeds or weeding the weeds most of the time. The problem is these weeds are medium weeds, so you can't weed them. You need to do that. You need to unfold that. What? We'll go around the wrong way. All right. Could follow the tram lines, I guess. Which are... See, not only do the tram lines do what the tram lines do, you can actually see there are sections of this field which are not getting fertilised. Which theoretically isn't a problem, it's just OCD Farmer says, this doesn't look good. Same thing happens if you have some bad weather which wrecks your field. I wonder... I didn't look at the field I'm planting sorghum in. That might have... tram lines too. That's unfortunate. I think what I'm going to do now is I'll finish this field off and we'll call it good. Actually, it's 11:41. Ooh. Where does time go? It's time for me to think about food. This is not going to take long. Well, it's going to take ages because I have to go up the field and down the field at 7 miles an hour. Yeah. We'll do all the field stuff and then I'll call it a day. I will have workers finish off spraying the last field. I think I've just got the oats to spray. And, tree. And then I've got the worker doing a ton of weeding, and there's an awful lot of seeding going on. Planting things with the big John Deere. Put seeds in the ground. So we'll get that lot done. And tomorrow will be another stream. So we'll probably pick up somewhere close to where we leave off here. We may end up having April, May, having to switch through to May. And there will be hoeing and spraying our April crops, so the sorghum, the other things, and then we'll just have summer to just sit back, watch the tornadoes and other things, feed the animals, and work our way through to harvest. So I'm kind of thinking by Saturday we should possibly be into the harvest. At least some of it. Potentially. Keep going, tractor. Looks like the weeder finished again. And the last row. Yeehaw. Was there anything new? It was just that. If I bought that, I could have a field of cotton. The problem is I'm thinking for fields of cotton, this field got split into two. This field here, oh, cotton field. Yeah, great. One of the reasons I like cotton is you harvest the cotton, it drops the big giant bales in the middle of the field, and you can go and fetch them later. You don't have to service the harvester. So once the harvester's rolling, it's just, yeah, okay, I'll come back when you're done. Okay, you're doing your thing. I went the wrong way. You need to turn on the engine, fold the thing up. We can start heading south. Another field with no weeds on. Some stuff. So I forgot to roll the fields. I could get a roller. It's like oops, wrong way. I forgot to roll the sugar beets and the oats. They're not a big concern. Yeah. See, the problem is that there's just no cheap way of picking cotton, if you know what I mean. Okay, I think, is it getting dark here all of a sudden? I'm going to stick this on a work. Oh, I'm going to carry on doing these manually. But for now, I think I'm going to jump over here. Take a look at this field. This field is looking fine and wonderful. And yeah, I'm not seeing any tram lines on this field, which is a good thing. I'm also seeing a lot of seed left in the tank, so this is also a good thing. But we'll call it here. We'll be back tomorrow around 8:30 with some more farming on Alma, Missouri. And a follow-up on Saturday. But for now, everybody have a good Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. Happy turkey, happy ham, happy vegetarian option, and go football people. But for now, I'm out of here. Have fun, everyone.